Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching my video. This is a story about Mr. Gordon. Yeah, a story I was written long time ago. I was me personally written this story. Yeah, I was thinking my dream was like a written children book. Yeah, that was my big dream, but nothing happened. I only read one story, send it in, but they said no, we don't gonna print it. So I printed myself. Yeah, give to my friends and family. Yeah, I only give the part one. Yes, but I write part two too. Yeah, but my friend Ivan, he find this part one, and he told me I'm gonna read this to my daughter, and I'm thinking, maybe I should read for you guys too. Yeah. I know I wrote this in Norwegian, but I will try my best to translate when I read now in English so you will understand. Yeah. So, let's start. Welcome to Mr. Gordon, story about love and his travel around the world looking for the real love. Who is Mr. Gordon and where he's coming from? No one knows. Or maybe you will understand after hear about one of his story. Then you know. My name is Mike, and I'm gonna tell you the first time I met Mr. Gordon, yeah, and his story always amazed me, and I feel you should know who he is, and I feel everybody should know about his story. I was only like 6-7 years old when I met him first time, and that was the first time I was falling in love. Many people said you cannot fall in love when you're so young. But Mr. Gordon told me, even you're young or old, you can always fall in love. Sometimes it can be a little difficult, but you should never give up, because nothing is impossible. And I always love that. Yeah. But his passion for finding the real love was really big. I always want the same, hunting for the real love. Yeah. In my life to now, I find sometimes the real love, but I'm still looking for the real big one. But it's hard, yeah. But maybe one day, yeah. You never should give up, yeah. Every Tuesday and Thursday, remember that first year, yeah, after school time, he always sit on this park close where I'm living, on some bench, yeah. He always have a big hat on him with a lot of pins, yeah. There was a pin around the world. He been traveling a lot, and he always collecting a pin, wearing, sitting, and telling his story. Yeah. He always carry with him a big backpack with him too. Yeah. And he always wearing like a big jacket, so it's easy to recognize him. You know. Big old man with a big jacket and a big hat and a backpack on him, walking. Then you know, this is Mr. Gordon. Yeah. He was an old man. I don't know how old he was. I think he was around 8 years old. He looked like around 8 years old. But every time we asked him, how old are you? He always said, I'm around 3,000 years old. And everybody was laughing because no one believed that. But if you look at his eyes, it was something, yeah. He was telling the truth. Maybe he was 3,000 years old. Yeah. And then almost a question, where are you coming from? He said, I'm coming from far, far away. But sometimes he forget where his home was. Yeah. Some people asking, where are you staying? He said, today I'm staying there, tomorrow I'm staying there, but now I'm here, and now I'm gonna tell you a story. Some people believe he lived in the woods, yeah, because after he was finished telling the kids' story in the park, he's always went for the woods and disappeared. Some parents are a little worried, but with telling our parents he was not dangerous, he always sitting there and telling story. But he never tell the story to adult. And if you are too old in your mind, he said, no, you're too old. Yeah, you have to be young in your mind to understand my story. People think maybe he have dirty clothes or smelling, but he never smell, and his clothes always look nice. So most of our kids think he have to have a home to clean his clothes, because they always look very nice. Yeah. For us, he was like a grandpa, telling us a story about life and his big love. Yeah. I always see a lot of kids around him. And first time I went to the park, I saw one girl sitting there. Yeah. She was my first love. So every time I go to the park to listen to his story, I always try to look for this girl and sit next to her. Oh, good memory, yeah. Mr. Gordon told about his first love, yeah, like my first love, yeah. And after I listened to this story, I get really addicted to his story. He have a lot of story. Oh yeah. And after I get an old man, I never forget his story. And the girl I sit next to. But after I get older, I think I was around 16 years old, he tell me, I think you're too old to listen to my story now, yes. But I will always remember the story anyway. And I'm happy I was sitting with him 10 years to listen to all his stories. Yes. You should never get tired. It's very strange. Sometimes he can tell the same story and I feel it was like a new story. Yeah. When he tell me the story, I can see everything in front of me. It's like you can see the picture in front of you. He was very good to explain things in picture and make voices, make a lot of hand moves, so you feel you're in his story. Yeah. I wish I could be the same for you guys, but sorry, I think only Mr. Gordon can do this. Yeah. He was a really good actor. Yeah. Okay. I will sit close to her. She have like a blue-green eye. Oh, said Mr. Gordon. One time, remember Mr. Gordon touched my shoulder and said, "You should not dream away. She's not disappearing. Nothing is impossible. Only it's hard," she said to me all the time. Then I know Mr. Gordon said everything is possible. And he have experienced so much in his life, yeah. Mr. Gordon took one sip of his coffee, or sip water, we don't know what it was, yeah, and start to telling the story. Every kid was so silent, we don't move, don't talk. Very strange, yes. Because it's hard to get people, like kids, be quiet, yeah. But Mr. Gordon, when he started to talk, all the kids was quiet. Mr. Gordon always start like this. This is a true story, believe it or not. But now, I will tell you, when I was around 10 years old, I met the woman or the girl in my life. I live in a house outside the city. On the way on the school, I have to go around. I have to go through a little forest and past an old house. I have to admit, the house in the woods will look a little scary. Yeah. But there were little, you feel like was a little coast too. Yeah. Because it was painting in different colors. But I feel was no one have stayed there for many, many years. Yeah. My favorite color was blue, and I was thinking there was painting blue on top of the house, around one window. They are always looking up at that window. I couldn't see no one, but I always feel someone look at me from the top of the window of the house. Was painting blue. Many people say there was like a ghost in this house, so no one have wanted to live in this house for many, many years because it always looked dark and a little scary. And no one wanted to knock on the door and go inside the house. And sometimes the door was open. So, you wanna listen to more? Yeah, please like and I will continue. Okay.